Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video on Peace Beats with Dan Blackwell. Today we are getting into the incredible Dimash. If you enjoy my reaction videos, do hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, you know what to do guys. This was requested in the comments of my last Dimash reaction and I just picked one at random and thought I would just jump in, not do any research on it, as I never do. I always like to go in blind, not know too much about what I'm about to hear. I like the surprise. So this is the first time listen to this piece of music by Dimash. Did you hear the way he went from his chest voice into sort of singing from about here, but it was like such a smooth, like into it. He went from a deep projection into a breathy exhale, but it wasn't just like one to the other. He went smooth straight into it. The sound is so beautiful. And as always with Dimash, it's the vocal control that just blows me away every single time, just the control he has over his voice. I'm sorry the subtitles aren't very good on this. They seem a little sporadic and a little questionable, but I'm really just enjoying the sound of his. I love how he jumps between these different vocal styles so seamlessly. If you were to play this to somebody, get them to close their eyes and listen to this and ask them, how many singers did you hear? By the end of the song, how many would they say? 4, 5, 6? How many different singers did they think were on that stage? That would be an interesting exercise. If you want to play some Dimash to somebody who's never heard him before, maybe try that out. Like, see what kind of reaction you get, because it doesn't sound like the same singer going into different registers. It sounds like different people because he's using such different vocal techniques, and has such control. The vibrato he uses, and then he takes the vibrato away. He's projecting, and then he's singing breathly. Then he's singing falsetto. It's always moving into and changing, and his kind of use of language is so spot on. And like the sounds with like the French, you know, really getting that in there. He sounds like a French singer. It's really it's spectacular. But once you've been listening to Dimash for a long time, you recognize all of them as Dimash, but just different aspects of Dimash, you know? It's very, very interesting. I like to think of it, if you've ever seen since we have a Pixar film up here now, I believe this one's Pixar, is it Coco? The film Inside Out, where they have everybody behind the sort of counter in the head, in the mind, all these different aspects of personality. I like to think with Dimash, he has all these different singers in there. There's this big opera singer in there, there's this falsetto, there's a rapper in there, there's there's a pop singer, like, but they're all there at the table, and it's just like, who wants to take the mic, you know? Who wants to take control? Straight into a Mariah Carey style run there, but that aspect of Dimash's voice to me is the most recognizable. If I hear Dimash singing in that register with that projection, Dimash, you know, that's to me just the most signature sound that he was. Sensational. My goodness. The arrangement of the music was really, really beautiful, wasn't it? The way it kind of rose and swelled and incorporated so many instruments. To me, when it really got real is when the drums came in. You know, you got that nice snare roll just high in the mix, and it just gave this triumph to everything that then just settled as such a nice bass behind Dimash's voice to sort of rise him up so he can soar, you know? But just, it's so overwhelming, isn't it? And I think that's what brings so much emotion out, is that he takes you somewhere and then he pulls you back somewhere else and pulls you back somewhere else, and you all these different emotive voices and passion behind it. The passion he sings with, the meaning he gives to every word is so strong. It comes through so powerfully. The producer in me is desperate to get just like a raw vocal from one of these live performances and just put it through like put it through some software like Melodyne or something where you can actually see where the note is and what notes he's singing and where the vibratos are, and really analyze it, and kind of like just the producer nerd in me is desperate to see what those waveforms look like that he's creating there. Because it's interesting with singer to singer, when you look at the waveforms their voices create, they can often look very, very different. And I do a lot of voiceover work myself, such as audiobooks and radio dramas and things like that. And I do all kinds of different voices. And it's interesting. I can see the waveforms look different. If I were to wake up first thing in the morning and speak to at the end of the day, the waveforms look different. I can see cracks and spikes in the waves where my voice is kind of like cracking a little bit, and certain things sort of croakiness, but you can actually see it as a visual. So you can kind of like really train your eye to tell the difference. And I'd be just interested to see Dimash's waveforms and what they look like in comparison to other singers, because he's doing something different. It really feels that behind every iteration of voice that he is able to put out there, there is everyone is very, very powerful, and everyone is very like pure, just bang on the note every time. Like, and I think part of his skill, his many skills, is potentially the ability to recognize instantly if he does go slightly flat or sharp, it's for a millisecond. You know what I mean? He's just like, whoop, back on the line. And he just knows how to stay on that line of perfectly in tune, just pitch perfect every time. Something is something else, isn't it? Just Dimash, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy my reaction videos, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like access to even more Dimash reaction videos, I have a Patreon for only $1 a month. If you'd like to make a request, I have a Buy Me a Coffee, and I'll put links to all of those in the comments below. As always, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I look forward to checking out more Dimash with you guys. Take care. Peace and love.